Hello there and welcome back to Memeobi's Galaxy, a Star Wars podcast. I do say Star Wars. Do I say it too intensely? I don't know. But we are excited to be here today. We are, in fact, recording this episode right now.
We are.
As you're listening to this, we have recorded it. And we're talking about Mandalorian and Grogu, the new hit movie that may or may not hit. It might be a flop. We'll find out. Preliminaries have come out, but buckle up for this week's episode where we dive into the theories of what might happen and if we're excited about the new movie. So without further ado, this is The Way. Good afternoon, Ethan. How you doing?
Hey, great intro. This is The Way. I'm doing good.
That was completely made up on the spot, so I feel like I'm doing better. It was a little bit hodgepodge, but it's doing okay.
That was good.
So, Mandalorian and Grogu.
Mm-hmm.
The premiere has happened.
Yes.
The world premiere has happened before this. It happened 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of influencers, a lot of people have seen it. And they had a lot of critics go who they weren't sure, because most times movies do a premiere, they have people that go that they know are going to do a good review.
Yeah.
Right? If you have a movie, you want to have people that are going to be stoked on it.
Right.
They did not do that.
Oh, really?
They decided to do a mixed bag. Now, it has kind of backfired on them as it should have. I want to tell you this. The primary review I've heard is if you like Mandalorian and Grogu and you're excited for this movie, you're going to like it. But if you don't really like Mandalorian and Grogu and you're not excited, you're probably not going to like it. I know that's a weird thing to say, meaning what I've heard is...
I feel like that's just duh.
But sometimes you go to a movie and you're like, oh, I'm so surprised. I didn't think I was going to like that. Then I did.
Okay, true.
Seemingly, this is a really long episode of Mandalorian and Grogu. From what critics are saying, without spoilers, they mention mainly this is a really long... This is a season of Mandalorian and Grogu condensed down to a movie.
So they really are just trying movies again with this.
I do think so.
Oh, man.
I know. How do you feel about that? Because you like Mandalorian.
I do. There's been nothing about knowing this is coming out that has not made me excited for it,
Yeah.
And I don't get it, but every Star Wars fan or somewhat of a Star Wars fan, someone that's kind of into it that I've talked to about Mandalorian and Grogu, they just instantly have a bad attitude about the movie coming out.
Yeah.
Before even seeing it. It's like, oh, wow, it's great. And then, even to the point of recently talking to someone, they're like,
yeah,
oh, I loved Maul. Maul was so good.
I know.
But, oh, man, I just really worried about Mandalorian and Grogu. And
I know.
That's the response I get from everybody. I'm like,
what
so
is
why
that?
though? Tell me, and then I really question them because it's like, there's everything in me that thinks I'm going to rate this movie a 9 or 10 out of 10.
I know. I think there's part of it. Obviously, there's the hype. There's a lot of hype around it. I'm really excited for it just because I'm excited to see Star Wars that I haven't seen before in theaters. But is it just a show condensed down to a thing? Is it going to be more theatrical? Because it's already pretty theatrical. I don't know how they can do more than it is. And I don't know. We've always kind of known what the storyline's going to be. I guess before we get into theories of what's going to happen in the movie, because I do think it'd be fun to do that, let's read some comments I posted the other day. Basically,
okay, that'd be great.
I asked, if you're not excited, why?
Oh, good.
I was like, I'm excited.
I'm so curious to hear these.
I'm excited. Why are you not excited? So, Anthony says, I'm not excited. I just think there's an expectation that there's nothing at stake. In the main saga, everything is at stake. I think that makes me feel that whatever happens might not be that important. I hope I'm wrong, and it ends up being amazing, and having important ties to the overall story, Star Wars timeline.
So, I think I see what you're saying there, Anthony. But what has been at stake? Maybe you know what he's saying more than that. Just sounded vague. Still.
Obviously, if you watch episode 9, even there's a lot at stake, right? It's like the whole galaxy is at stake.
Yeah,
it's about Emperor Palpatine's about to come back. In Rogue. But here's the thing: to kind of counteract that, most of the recent really good projects don't really have that much at stake.
Yeah, Maul. We talked about that for the first 8 episodes. You know, except I argued with you, there was still kind of something at stake.
I mean, because we know who's going to die or not die.
Right, yeah.
Same with Andor, right?
True.
Like, we know Mon Mothma and Andor are fine.
Yeah.
And we know that they end up getting the plans.
Yep.
Like, but does that lower the stakes of the show? Not really.
No, I mean, guys, come on. You know, you
I know,
expect
I
that
know.
anyway. It's like, of course, the main character, you're not going to worry about him actually dying in this movie that they're premiering, right?
I have heard people think that Mando's going to die.
No way. You actually have.
People have said that.
That's crazy.
Grogu's going to die. Not a chance.
No way. They got to have a bigger plan with Grogu in this. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it alludes to something.
I mean, from the trailers, he has a lot more. One comment I've been getting a lot of is just Grogu, like, because someone put Grogu in like a top 10 list of Star Wars characters.
Oh, really?
Of like of importance, and like they're like, what does he even do? He does the exact same thing, has no character development the entire 3 seasons, which isn't true.
Yeah, that's not true.
Like, you start like season 1, he's completely different than this new movie. Like, he is flying the ship almost at this point, right?
Yep.
He can actually do things,
And he's better at using the Force. He's jumping around.
He can use the Force. He's kind of
a lot of development.
He's like he's wrestled with his demons.
Yes.
And he's like figured out who he is as a character.
And he had to make a huge choice. You know, he had to choose between the chainmail or the lightsaber.
Heck,
you know,
yeah,
like,
dude.
There's a lot of character development happening with him.
Just
guys.
like cuts the scene, he's walking away, Luke's dead, and he's walking away with both.
Well, that would have been legendary.
I know. And then he like turns the lightsaber red. Okay.
The comment I see a lot on Grogu, and I think a lot of people, I think I kind of am on the same train. A lot of people are saying, calling it right now, by the end of the movie, Grogu's going to say his first words. What do you think to that?
I think he's going to say, "This is the way."
Really?
I
don't think that's going to be it.
Oh, yeah.
You really think this is the way?
This is the way. Din or Mando. What else would he say?
I don't know. I don't know what else he would say.
That's the only ones he would say. He's already tried to say.
He does hear that a lot.
He's tried to say, "This is the way."
He does?
He like in season 3, they all go, "This is the way," and he goes,
oh,
and they all like look at him, like he's trying to join in. Okay.
So you think we're gonna hear his first words in this movie?
No,
you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw that comment going around a lot, but I don't know if we will or not. Do you think he's gonna look older in any way?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So okay, have you said your comment of what people have been saying?
Well, I just watched the trailer again, and I was looking at comments on this.
No, what's her face said? What people have been saying about the movie in general?
Oh, yeah, I just said.
Okay, cool.
That, yeah.
I just want to make sure we got it.
Yeah. Yeah, that people have been saying Grogu's going to say his first word.
Got it.
That's what it was.
So, I want to talk about what I think is going to happen in this movie, logically. Because part of me wants to think of it as a standalone project, which it's not. Meaning, Mando's coming back after this season in Ahsoka. Or, because Star Wars is all leading up to something. They're doing their end game situation right now.
Yeah.
Right? Ahsoka Season 2 is going to come out early 2027.
Yep.
And it's going to lead to Thrawn trying to overthrow the New Republic in some sort. This is where people have been theorizing that they're going to use the World Between Worlds to retcon the sequels. By the way, just so you know, that's been thrown around a lot lately.
Wow.
I have an entire video. I don't know if it'll be out by the time this comes out.
Wow, that's crazy.
Arguing why they shouldn't.
Oh, really? You're arguing why they shouldn't.
I don't like retcons. I hate retcons. Just move on and go somewhere else. We have the entirety of the galaxy to go explore.
Yeah.
Who cares? If you didn't like the sequels, you can't argue that people love some of the characters.
Yeah.
Like Rey and if you just delete them, like, oh, it's an alternate timeline, it kind of diminishes the importance of them.
And to be fair, it's what's caused a lot of the problems and upsets, in my opinion. You know, they try so hard to work with all of George Lucas's original ideas and what he's trying to do, and then fit in their story into that. I agree with you. Move on. Let's see another part of the galaxy.
I know.
You know,
which I hope,
which would be a much safer decision too.
That's what Starfighter is going to be. Kind of. It's not that far forward, but it's like 10 years after Rise of Skywalker, Meaning there's nothing to really work around. You don't have to like, oh, this person can't die. There's no rule. Once you go to the farthest out, there's no rules on who has to survive. I guess then
people are going to make the argument that it's now not George Lucas at all.
Well, yeah.
But it doesn't have to be anymore.
Right.
You know?
I know. So everything's leading to, I think, to the Thrawn fight, basically. Which I imagine Ahsoka's going to try to get Mando to do that. Now, could I see them killing Mando in this? No, but could they? Yes. Like, from a marketing standpoint and like from their perspective, they shouldn't. But like story-wise, it might be pretty sick.
I think if anything, it would be more of like a hero thing that Mando's doing again. You know, like sacrificing himself sort of thing, but ends up not actually dying.
Yeah. What I think...
So I want to know what you think about my one concern with this movie.
Okay, what's your concern? Do tell.
I don't know how I feel about the Hutts.
Oh, yes, the Hutts.
Not in Hutties.
Yes, well, the half Hutties.
Yeah, sure, half Hutties.
Right, so like we first met them in the BOBF, Book of Boba Fett, and they talked in full Hutties.
Yes.
And in this one, they're doing more of a Clone Wars style, because in Clone Wars, notoriously, Zero the Hutt only spoke in Basic.
True.
With great accent. Dude,
Zero.
Kind of wild. But obviously Dave Filoni is leading up this movie, and Dave Filoni did kind of make Zero the Hutt.
Really?
Well, he's in charge of Clone Wars, kind of. Don't quote me.
Interesting.
He's big on Clone Wars, obviously.
Yeah.
Clone Wars is that's his thing, and Rebels. Rebels is really his.
I mean, we can see that with how Maul went.
Yes. So I'm not against it because it's not breaking anything we've ever seen, right? If it was the first time a Hutt spoke Basic, okay, yeah, that'd be really weird and concerning. Now,
it just does feel weird to me if in Book of Boba Fett they were Hutties, and now this movie...
they were on Tatooine, and they're talking to like Jabba the Hutt's palace.
So where are they
here?
In this?
Not in Tatooine. They were just visiting Tatooine to go see.
Do we have any idea where they are? Is it somewhere new or somewhere we know?
I don't know if we actually know. It could be Nal Hutta. I'm imagining it's Nal Hutta, which is where the Hutts are from, because there's not many left. And basically, Mando has to go save baby Jabba.
Yeah.
Buff Jabba's son.
Yeah.
We call him
Buff Jabba.
Show me the baby. I wonder if we're gonna get a flashback
to what?
Oh, to baby Hutt and young Ahsoka. Here's why. Real Hot Toys, or whatever it's called, Hot Toys, whatever that brand is that makes a really super hyper detailed action figures. The Anakin I have.
Yeah.
Hot Toys. It's just Hot Toys?
I don't think it's called Hot Toys.
It's just Hot Toys.
Is that what it is?
For sure it's Hot Toys.
Huh.
Yeah, they're really popular. They just came out with a new Rod of the Hutt as a baby with a live action version of Ahsoka with him in the backpack. Just came out.
Wow.
Now, they've come out with Ahsokas that are the cartoon version, which is what we've seen Baby Hutt as.
Yeah.
Why would they release one that's a grown-up version? I don't know. It's a theory people have. There's going to be a flashback of Baby Hutt, of when he got kidnapped or how he got taken away or something.
You know, and just watching this trailer again, it's kind of funny to me. When we were first watching Mandalorian, and he never had his helmet off, I never even thought about the fact like this is Pedro Pascal's voice. And watching the trailer, like I just can't unhear his voice now. It's so.
What do you mean?
Like in the way that when he had his helmet on, you kind of just look at him like it's like a stormtrooper voice. Like some sort of sound behind that.
Yeah.
Or even like if you play the button on the helmet, and then it's like there's this is the way voice.
Yeah.
Somehow I never thought of it as like, this is just Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, because he is mainly a voice actor.
Yes.
For the show.
Yes, of course. Because, I mean, he has, if he's not there, he has doubles that can do the work for him.
Doubles do a lot of work. They do a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just funny to me that I'm like, I never really paid attention that it was his voice.
That's interesting.
And now I'm paying attention to that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. I don't know.
Do you know, who does Grogu's voice? Or what is his voice?
Oh, I don't technically know that. What do you mean, what is his voice? It's just...
Yeah, someone's doing it, right?
It's not obviously it's not synthesized.
Yeah.
It's definitely. I don't know who does Grogu's voice. I imagine it's one of his puppeteers. I would think.
Huh. That sounds like someone that would probably be at Rebels Cup Con.
It does. It does. It does.
Huh.
John Boyega.
Yeah, John Boyega will be there.
I know.
This will be our second time seeing him.
I know.
He was at Comic-Con last time we were there.
This time we'll be there earlier.
Yes.
Closer to him. Closer.
Our journey just switches from being closer to John Boyega now.
I'm torn about this movie a little bit because I do. How's it going?
It seems like the critics' comments are really telling you something about this movie. I didn't see any of those, so I'm still a little bit blind to some of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be big.
Does it already have a Rotten Tomatoes score?
I don't think so. I don't know. It might come out after Tuesday. I know Tuesday they're doing more world premieres. They're doing one in Costa Rica.
Hey, we're seeing it in IMAX, though.
We are seeing it in IMAX.
I'm pretty excited about that.
You see more, technically. There's more screen.
Yes.
There's more stuff to see than standard. Trash.
It'll be an experience. I'm so excited.
I am really excited. But so it's all like, here's my dream.
Okay.
This is what I wish they would do. I wish it was a good movie. And then it ends. And then we get a standalone Grogu movie 200 years in the future.
Wow.
Teenage Grogu, like being a Jedi, and then they can go back and fill in the blanks later if they want to. But like a 19-year-old, not 19-year-old, but you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
190 or whatever it would be.
That'd be kind of
right?
interesting. Maybe he's now training someone else, talking about the stories of him and the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I know.
In the past.
I don't know. Like, I want, like, there's been.
I agree with you though. Like, the retconning has to stop at some point.
Yeah, I know. The retconning's bad. Because like the whole like. But with the people like, the world between worlds is the way to do it. But it's like, just why? Do we need that? It's because they want Thrawn to be more of a problem. But like, it's like, Thrawn, we don't even hear about Thrawn in the sequels. Well, why would you? It's from Rey's perspective.
Yeah.
One complaint I've heard about the movie is they're like, what's with Sigourney Weaver? How is she like giving directions but also flying a X-Wing? She needs to pick a lane. And I'm like,
what?
Excuse me? What are you? Because like, she's supposed to be a general. She can't be flying a thing.
That doesn't make any sense. How do you think someone gets to general in the first place?
I know, normally.
They had some experience to actually probably be really good at what they did ahead of time to then be able to lead someone.
Look at the Clone Wars.
Exactly.
All the generals are Jedi fighting on the ground, but also giving directions and commanding.
Wow, that's a crazy take.
Right?
See, this is what I mean, though. People are just making excuses to not like this movie before it comes out.
I hate that so much.
Which means it's just going to have bad reviews no matter what.
I know.
Like, no matter how well this movie actually looks, there's going to be people complaining about it. It's so frustrating to me.
I know.
It's like,
I know.
Just be like us. Just take a step back and enjoy Star Wars again. Be excited about the fact you get to watch a Star Wars movie in theaters one more time.
Yeah.
That's
true. I am excited for it. I really am. It's going to be fun to drive up there.
Yes. Yeah. We're driving 4 hours away to just go watch this movie, by the way, guys.
We are, dude. We've done worse.
We did go all the way to California from Washington
to watch episode 1 in theaters.
A movie we have already seen
multiple times.
Yes.
I don't know.
Worth it though.
I think. Do we think anyone major is going to die? Like, I'm curious how it's going to end. Because I'm curious, like, is it going to end on a cliffhanger? Because what we know, basically, is he goes try to save a hut or whatever. He gets captured by the huts, whatever. And then he basically, he's hunting down bad guys, right? He's just hunting down bad guys.
Yeah. You think one of the huts are going to die?
Ooh. I think they could both die. I think
because there's 2 of them, it leaves a good opportunity for one to die.
No. Here's my prediction. Rod of the Hutt's going to kill both of them.
Wait, both of who?
The huts.
What? That'd be crazy.
No, it wouldn't.
Why would Rod of the Hutt want to kill them?
Because he's like, they're his uncles. And he wants to be the boss now. He's been like having to do gladiator stuff forever. He's been captured doing a gladiator.
Huh.
Now he wants to be like his father before him. and he just murders them.
Picturing what this hut battle will look like. These
he's
giant blobby guys.
No, he's just gonna chop them in half, dude, with his axe. He's killing both of the huts, point blank.
Imagine he wraps a chain around him and chokes him out.
I could see it. I think they're both dying. Now, and then the thing is, for some reason, something happens, right? So the whole story is Mando goes to save Baby Hutt, so the Hutts will give them information on another bad guy. That's basically the premise.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the Hutts then hire Embo, the other bounty hunter, to get Mando. Well, then he gets captured for whatever reason.
I will say, it seems like a lot of people are pretty excited about Embo.
People love Embo.
Yeah. So, good.
Embo's great. He's like a dog.
Yeah.
We love Embo. Now, but then what? One of the complaints I've heard from a critic was like, it's just a bunch of monsters in a movie fighting Mando. Which I'm like, okay, who cares?
People are missing the point that that's what Mando does, though.
I know.
That's who he does. He goes and fights. He's a bounty hunter.
Yes. And now he's a bounty hunter for the New Republic.
Yes. He's hired by the Hutts.
Yes. Well, that's true. Well, no, he doesn't work for the Hutts. He makes a big point of that in this movie, by the way.
Oh, really?
He said, I don't work for the Hutts. And the New Republic's like, no, you work for us. Now go to work for the Hutts. Basically.
That's funny.
Like, you're doing a job for us.
He's a subcontractor.
He's basically a subcontractor at that point.
That's funny.
We're getting Zeb, which is like fun. Like, that's going to be great from Rebels. Like, I don't know how it's going to end, though. I'm worried it's like, I mean, like Anthony said, like, is it really that high of stakes? ?
Yeah. What I will say to okay, I'm kind of understanding Anthony's comment more.
Yeah.
That does sound like it could just be more episodes then.
Yeah, like are we just going to get a season 4?
Like, that really does sound like they really are just trying a movie instead.
Yeah. Like, apparently there's good action, but it's just action. But what is action without, I don't know. It is.
Yeah.
It's like just to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know? But
the more I'm thinking of it too, though, like, if you think of original Star Wars,
yeah,
it's a lot of the same thing anyway. You know, there's just missions that they're going on.
True. They're just longer.
Yeah.
It's just one mission.
Oh, do we know how long the movie is?
How long the movie? It's 2 hours and 12 minutes, I think, probably.
Yeah, if it was just like an hour and a half, I was like,
45 minutes.
This doesn't work.
It needs to be 3.5 hours long. I mean, but again, my whole argument going into this has always been we needed a season 4, not a movie. Because if this is the finale, which I guess we don't technically know if this is the finale, I think if Mando or Grogu died in this, we'd be having a lot more reactions from people saying, I cried so hard at this film. You know? There's a movie, not a film.
Yeah. Same thing.
It's very different. Movies are for purely entertainment. Normally,
so are
action.
Films.
No. Films are specifically for there. So like it's more like it's like Avengers versus Parasite.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen Parasite?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Dude, that movie's crazy. For one, that movie. So like,
okay, I actually see what you're saying.
You see what I'm kind of saying? Like, this is like, oh, let's have fun and do a movie. And it's like bum 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 bum. This is like, oh, it's like thinking. It's like okay, and it's like it's kind of pushing the boundaries.
Like, if you're making a documentary, you're going to call it a film.
True, but that's a documentary. I think that's completely different.
Yeah, well, obviously
that's not a movie or a film.
Different.
Like, I don't think
what?
it's
no, that's definitely a film.
No, it's a documentary.
Well,
and then you have parodies, and you have satire, which are two different ones as well.
Yes, true.
Satire and well, then comedy is its own thing. Comedy movie.
Yeah.
You can do comedy films. I think movies and films should be separate. Anyways,
interesting.
Hey, let's ask Jabba.
Pull out the popcorn bucket.
What does Jabba think?
Take that to the theater.
What does Jabba think about his son being in the new movie? Well, there you have it. Right from the Hutt's mouth. Hey, shut up.
He's still talking.
Stop it. I think so. I'm so glad there's a switch on that. It's so annoying.
I was just going to say you should bring that to the movies with you, but no, you definitely shouldn't. It's going to be doing that the whole time.
It has a switch. I think they're doing a good job of making the movie hype. I think people are because I think even with the not being a McDonald's combo for the Burger King thing.
Oh yeah,
I think it probably would have done better than McDonald's. Star Wars, they do Burger King too, so I don't know why they landed with it. There's been a big debate about that, but people do like I've been on like the Burger King like fast food podcast realm these days. They're like, why did not McDonald's get it? How much did they pay for that?
Oh my goodness!
But like. I've seen
the
like
sponsor battle.
My nieces and nephews are getting excited for it. I don't think they've seen any Mandalorian or Grogu, but they were like super stoked about Star Wars because they had it at Burger King. So like,
that reminds me too. This person I was just talking to recently about also this movie. The other main complaint I always hear is, "Oh, I'm just so excited for Star Wars to have their biggest cash grab again because it's Mandalorian and Grogu." She literally said, I'm excited to see more babies wearing Mandalorian and Grogu shirts again. And I'm like, in a way, you're not wrong.
In a way.
But, okay, what's the point of making a movie in the first place anyway?
I know, okay.
There is a huge cost to making this.
Especially a movie.
Yes, a movie. That
right.
They do need to make some money.
Yes. Like, my opinion has always been, all movies are cash grabs unless they're premiered at independent film festivals. Because then, I know, obviously there's money, there can be money in that.
Yes, there can.
But a lot of times, and a lot of independent film festivals don't get aired anywhere else.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but like a lot of them are just in it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
Just to make a movie.
Well, I mean, because a lot of the times what you're doing at film festivals is you try and make a lot of films every year, and then you've built yourself a credit and a resume, and film festivals kind of become like your resume of work.
It's like a job fair.
So then if you do want to go somewhere big like Disney or Marvel or something like that, then you have your resume of film festivals.
Yes, 100%. It's kind of like it's like a job. It's like Scouts can go there. I'm like, oh, that's got me a really good movie.
Yeah, Scouts do.
But that's literally for the love of making movies.
Yeah.
If Disney's not doing a cash grab, they're doing it wrong. Because that's just a waste of money at that point.
Yeah.
It's like an investment. I'm not going to make a movie that's going to make negative money. Because I'm like, oh, that's a big flop. Good job, Disney. You made a flop. Okay. Did I make a flop or a cash grab? That's my only options. If I made a lot of money, it's a cash grab.
Yeah.
Which people are already projecting is not going to do well for some reason. But I will say it's kind of
the amount of people, what they're thinking going into it.
I know. But this has always been my concern. Because this is a final of a 3-season finale in a movie, it's going to make it perform worse.
Truthfully, it's kind of a 4-season finale.
True.
Book of Boba Fett is really just a Mandalorian season.
It's season 2.5. Now, here's the thing. I think Star Wars Starfighter will do better because it's a standalone movie. Now, is it going to be about Jedi?
Yeah,
probably, but who cares?
It will do better.
It will do better because it is standalone. You don't need any prerequisites.
Yeah.
People know that. Like, oh, this is just a movie. And they're like, okay, sure, I'll watch it. And I kind of like that it's not as it'll probably be connected. Ray will probably show up. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. So there was something I said when we were first talking about Mandalorian in our earlier podcast.
Yeah.
Like Mandalorian season 1, I said something about how doing movies probably will be better because I can see a lot of my friends wanting to be like, oh, there's a Mandalorian movie coming out. Let's go watch that. Instead of Maul Shadow Lords coming out. Not
true.
Like I'd say probably like 50% of my Star Wars fans are actually watching out the newer shows coming out.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
People still aren't excited to watch Mandalorian and Grogu.
I know, dude. Isn't that crazy?
I couldn't believe that.
I know. I'm kind of worried about does this mean they're going to not make as many movies?
But I do think there will be a difference with Starfighter, like you're saying.
Think so. That's coming out not too long, actually.
We'll see, though. I could be wrong again.
We'll see. 1 year.
Yeah.
1 more year, it'll come out.
This is a disappointing thing to be wrong, though.
I know.
I'm telling you, guys will have so much more fun if you just take a step back and enjoy it for what it's at now. Dave Filoni really does a great job. I'm very impressed with him.
I think how I view movies and Star Wars movies, I take them as truth. Meaning, it's like I take it as a historical document. Like if I read a history book, I'm not gonna be like, they could have done that better. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, dude, imagine if they just didn't do that and they just did this. How much cooler this story would be about freaking World War II or whatever. Like, okay, you can't do that. I go into these and I watch them. I'm like, oh, wow, maybe I wouldn't have done all those things, but I'm not those people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that character. I'm not that person. I take it more like, okay, I watched it and that's what happened.
Yep.
I can't do anything about it. Why would I lose my mind or like be upset because I think they could have done something better? Now, have I had those thoughts about the sequels? Yes.
Yes. And to be fair, there is a point to where you could eventually do something about it. You know, you could do something to make it. For example, the guy in Mandalorian who did the Luke Skywalker better, the CGI.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I could do that better, and showed us, and then got hired.
Yeah.
That's obviously a very rare thing. That doesn't happen that way. But
I'm torn about that, obviously, because I have, you know, that's kind of hypocritical of me to say, but kind of. I mainly do the what ifs because I feel obligated.
Really?
Through this page and this podcast. Because I have to be critical thinking about it and I need to make content about it, part of me...
But there is a party that still loves it.
Yeah, because like when I watched it the first time, I was like, okay, well, that sucks, but like, okay, bummer, I guess. I guess that's how Luke is.
Yeah.
Like, just because my buddy was a happy-go-lucky guy and then he left and and like all his friends died or whatever, and he went and lived on an island, how am I supposed to know that he should be perfect? Right? Like,
you know,
Luke changing is just like people change.
I think I'm coming to a realization on this.
What?
I think I see what's changing from in the past to now is maybe there's always been this amount of hate.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of hate on Star Wars in the past.
There has, yeah.
But now it's just easier to publicize your hate.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's able to, that's totally it.
Yeah.
It's just way easier to get your opinions out there and have it be shared and be seen by way more people. Where in the past, there's definitely people that hated Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, yeah.
Hated things about the prequels, you know, and it's just, but it's not, it doesn't feel like 1 through 6 is as hated as everything after, you know, or just the switch from Disney.
Well, I think that was the main thing was Disney. But people still hate the prequels.
Yeah.
People still very much hate the prequels.
But that's what I'm saying. This switch in Disney has been a later time where we're just able to publicize our opinions a lot more.
Which I think is a double-sided coin, as most coins are. Meaning, yes, you can publicize your hate, but also when it comes to like the prequels, the whole reason Ahmed Best had his struggles is because they only saw critics' reviews. Because this
is what I mean. People, they're believing other people's opinions and taking them.
No, but wait. But I'm saying
okay, go
now the opposite.
Say what you're saying.
So back when we didn't have the internet, they only saw the super negative reviews, the actors and the studios. They only saw the negative because the happy people. It's like if you write a review on a restaurant, most people, if they have a horrible experience, are going to write a bad review.
Yes.
If you have a great experience, majority of people will not write a good review. They're just like, oh, well, that was great. Move on with my life.
True.
So that's how it was with the prequels. But nowadays, on pages like mine, we can perpetuate positivity and good vibes and being like, oh, I'm actually excited about this. I'm loving this new show. But before, I wouldn't have been able to done that if I wasn't actually a critic. So meaning, yes, you can put out your negative comments, but also I can put out my positive comments now and have just as big of a voice.
Dang, that's a good point.
Like, yes, negative comments do way better and negative videos do awesome and positive videos don't do very well, but I'm trying my best.
I think the problem is some of the bigger Star Wars creators that are out there.
For sure.
Are kind of more on the like negative towards Disney side.
They are.
You know?
They do better.
So, yeah. And of course, it's honestly sometimes better content. It's more enjoyable to like be able to express your hate with somebody, you know?
Yeah.
So instead, if some of the bigger creators out there now were spreading that positivity, then I think if Dwayne Johnson, Selena Gomez, and Sabrina Carpenter made a post talking about how much they love Star Wars, I bet you there'd be a huge shift in the majority of people that love Star Wars.
It would, or they'd end up hating that person.
Yeah,
you know?
Maybe.
I mean, like, listen, there's a very large portion of the Star Wars community that does not like Disney Star Wars. Yeah, sure, they're picky and choosy, and they're like, oh, they like some, but that content, like you said, does really well because there's a lot of them. Now, there are some really big content creators who make positive stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, a guy who loves Star Wars.
Guy who loves Star Wars.
He has a huge following on YouTube. Luke's Outpost.
And he's still able to do like his What If series really well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And
you can.
Yes.
If you do it in a...
But yeah, I'd consider a guy who loves Star Wars a positive Star Wars content creator.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
And he's making a difference, I think, in the Star Wars community.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I don't know how they haven't invited that guy out. That's
He
actually
hasn't
crazy.
been?
Dude, honestly, because listen, I get my feed is
Oh,
just like
man.
content creators getting invited to Star Wars premieres.
It's gotta
And
be hurtful.
It's pretty brutal. It's just like, oh man, like I got to turn off Instagram today. But like people like it's like Luke's Outpost is a guy. He's really popular.
Mm-hmm.
He has like 500,000 followers on TikTok and like 120 on Instagram, and
Wow.
he's like a good YouTube channel too.
Great.
And he's very positive about it. Now, and the thing is he's not like overly positive. And I try not to be overly positive about Disney Star Wars. Yeah, I have things I don't like, but I respect them and I understand that other people love them. And just because I don't enjoy something doesn't mean it's not real Star Wars.
For sure. I probably am overly positive.
I'm pretty
I'm kind of a
positive.
glazer, honestly.
I love it, dude. I just want to watch Star Wars. Like
I just haven't ever really been too upset at Disney.
I want to get a
in
tattoo that's
general.
just Star Wars is Star Wars.
I feel like people actually understand that that's a deeper meaning.
Yeah, dude, Star Wars is Star Wars. And like
It's like having love is love. you know?
love is love.
Yeah.
You know, Star Wars is Star Wars. Okay, well, that's all I really have about it. I'm excited to go
I think
see
so
it.
too. Yeah.
I'm excited to go see it
This week
this
we're
week.
going.
Thursday, dude.
Woo.
Thursday, May 21st. Well, if you made it this far, that's actually impressive because I don't think this was going to get that many views. Make sure you leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Are you listening to Spotify? Are you on Amazon Music? Are you on Tubi? Are you on, I'm also on like iHeartRadio.
Comment too. We'll respond to
Whoa.
your comments. Yeah.
Whoa. That's actually true. We should start live streaming more than podcasting. Okay, until next time, this is Memeobi's Galaxy. I'm in the Force.